23 minutes to 8 o'clock. Now, I want to bring you this. Obviously, I'm obsessed with anything sound, soundscapes. Obviously, we're bringing you the beautiful soundscapes of the Yeppoon foreshore this morning. In fact, it sounds just a little bit like this. Just turn up the microphone just a little bit there. But imagine if you could explore all sorts of soundscapes with the comfort of your own headphones on. Well, someone who's helping you do that at the Village Festival is Kristin Hannaford. Good morning to you, Kristin.
Good morning.
Talk me through what the project is that you are bringing to life at the Village Festival.
Well, it's called the Capricorn Coast Triptych, and it's a series of 3 soundscapes. And the word triptych relates to, it's an art term, and it relates to three pictures or images that would normally be next to each other. And so there are 3 spots along the Yeppoon foreshore where people can, once they've downloaded an app, it's called Echoes. It's a free app on their smartphones. They can pop on a set of headphones and a little map will pop up, and they'll be given a direction as to where to head, and they can listen to 3 different soundscapes. One of them will relate to Corio Bay. One of them will relate to the journey of water down Fig Tree Creek, and the other is a diving experience off Keppel Island.
Right. And what are you meant to just sit there and enjoy? Are you meant to engage?
You're meant to sit there and engage, and look, they're sound and visual experiences for people to really immerse themselves in our local environment and pay attention to some of those local species and experiences, and hopefully just relax and enjoy.
Right. You've had a bit of help doing this?
I have had a bit of help. My husband, Sean Sinclair, happens to be a sound engineer and a musician as well, so he has a great ear for all those sounds. We spent many hours capturing sounds when we were scuba diving or in the mangroves up at Corio Bay. So we've recorded a lot of the sounds and put them together, and yeah, right.
So what was the genesis of this project?
Well, I'm a writer. I'm a poet, so I'm always writing about the local world. I'm particularly interested in capturing Capricornia and all our species, and I guess immersing myself in that world. And I really believe in opening up that for other people, so we can really pay attention to it. I'm a little bit of a greenie at heart. I really like people understanding the importance of where we live and how important it is to protect it. So that was the genesis, I guess. And I'm interested in sound. We often perform together, my husband and I, in terms of making soundscapes along with the poetry. So we just decided to put it as an experience, particularly in a time of COVID. This can be an individual experience. That was probably at the heart of it too. How can we open up something for people to do while they're walking along the beachfront? And so
it might not be any surprise, but as someone who works in radio, I'm just an absolute audiophile. I'm obsessed with amazing soundscapes and music that sort of creates that whole other experience, soundtracks, all of that. So I'm very excited. I haven't done it yet. I've just downloaded the app, so I'm going to do this. Now, do you have to specifically be in those locations to unlock the soundscapes?
You do. A circle will appear on the map, and if you leave the circle, the sound stops. If you go back into the circle, the audio will restart. So it's geolocated. It's mapping where you are, and has tied that to the audio.
Okay, that's so interesting. I'm going to have to actually walk around and find these points to get access to the sound.
You will if once you've downloaded the app. If you're in Yeppoon along the beachfront strip, if you search walks near me, Capricorn Coast Triptych will pop up, and pop on your headphones and off you go.
And is it obviously it's listed as part of the Village Festival?
Yes.
So is it only available during the Village Festival? Will it live on?
Oh, it's under discussion.
Okay.
Potentially it could. And yes, it was funded by RADF, so I'm hoping we might leave it there for people to enjoy into the future.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And what sort of is there, other than the experience of it, I suppose, is there some thinking behind it in terms of I wonder what the overriding creative thought was in terms of creating it.
I guess like you, I really like the meshing of word and sound.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think particularly one day when we were scuba diving off Egg Rock, I could hear some whales passing. It was actually the first time I'd heard them underwater.
Yeah, wow.
And I thought, what a nice experience. I often write about water, and I thought, so maybe it would be a nice thing for other people to hear that as well.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And I think with soundscapes, I'm just thinking about it now. Like if we just stopped talking and I turned the microphones up nice and loud, obviously people would hear that on the radio. But say for someone just walking down the street right now or going for a run, walking their dog, sometimes you don't think about your own soundscape that is just the life you're living in.
Absolutely. And it's about that being present, I guess, too.
Yeah,
it gives people an opportunity to just kind of slow down and take a moment. Maybe after yoga, maybe with a morning coffee. It's a nice extension of the Village Festival, I think. So it's instead of the late night jumping, this can be something that people maybe do during the day or in the morning and really look into themselves and look at where we are in Capricornia.
That's great. Now you've got a job to go to.
Certainly do. Shout out to Emmaus College. I'm on my way.
Well, there's a bunch of bright-eyed students ready for you to teach a class, are there?
Soon. Not quite yet.
What's the class you're teaching this morning?
I've got an English as an additional language class, year 11 and 12.
Oh, there you go. What are they learning today?
Oh, we're doing Macbeth this morning.
Oh, excellent. The Scottish play. Love that. Is that a dagger I see before me?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Very good. Out damn spot. Kristin Hannaford, thank you. I'm just going to quote as much Macbeth as I possibly can. Alas, poor Yorick. No, that's Hamlet.
That's Hamlet.
Very good. Kristin Hannaford, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
It's the Capricorn Coast Triptych. Have I got that right? The Capricorn Coast Triptych, if people look, the Echoes app. That's it. Getting a thumbs up from Kristin Hannaford this morning. Thanks so much, Kristin. Here on ABC Capricornia, right on the way for you in just a few minutes.